hey, how's it going? When I watch recreational tennis or I analyze a match, almost never I see players do serve and volley. Same goes on the pro tour. On average, pros will do serve and volley about 2% of all the serves. When your serve is questionable, you're going to hit many double faults, then it's understandable that you don't feel comfortable doing serve and volley. But when you have decent serve or your serve is okay, then it's okay to do some serve and volley, even a couple times per set. When I decide to do serve and volley, usually I'm ahead of the score. For example, if I'm leading 14-15 or 40-love, I will throw in some surprise elements. And usually when I start with the serve and volley, I'm choosing the most liable serve, so the serve which is more consistent. When I decide to do serve and volley, I'm not going to hit the ball 10 out of 10 pace, especially when I play outdoors and there's a lot of wind. I go with the kick serve or topspin serve. So I'm choosing a kick serve or a topspin serve or a slice serve to go to the net. Definitely I want to hit the ball with the spin. That gives me more insurance. There are a couple of benefits for you to hitting your serves with the spin. So the first benefit is the spin serve is more consistent. You start to feel more confident when you have the insurance as a spin serve. So the other benefit is when you serve with the spin, it's not so easy for your opponent to make his return with the sweet spot because the ball trajectory after the bounce is not so straight compared to the flat serve. So the one thing is spin serve will give you insurance that your ball goes in more likely. But the other benefit is because it's slower compared to the flat serve, it gives you just a bit more time to approach the net. It gives you just little edge so you can go closer to the net. As your opponent makes the contact, at the same time try to do the split step. Usually when I go forward, I do my split step in front. So I run, and do the split in front. When you decide to do serve and volley, it's totally okay to hit your first volley around service line. Of course, try to get as close as you can. When you find yourself hitting your first volley here, try not to go for the crazy winner. Try to stay in the point here. So when the return comes straight to your feet, try to be really down with your feet. Try to get into the wide base here. Whether you're going to hit half volley or a low volley. When I'm forced to make my first volley lower than the net, I have to hit the ball up and I can't be so aggressive as I want to. So I hit my first volley here and I follow in. Maybe I can hit my second volley more from high to low. Now compared to the low volley, if I find myself on the other situation when I can hit the ball higher, then I can be more aggressive. I can hit the ball more from high to low. But when the return comes high and low, and I don't feel very confident, especially with the backhand side, still try to stay in the point and follow into the net. You have to show to your opponent that you feel comfortable at the net, that you're not afraid to step in. So as you hit your volley low, try to have a wider base. But as you hit your volley higher, try to have more narrow base. So when you decide to go for the serve and volley, try to think what kind of serve do you feel the most confident with? What kind of serve has the more liability for you? So mine is something like topspin serve or the kick serve. So when you decide to come forward, really think where you're going to serve. When you step behind the baseline, really try to think where you're going to serve. And I think you can abuse your opponent's weaker side. So target your opponent's weaker side follow in. Definitely I recommend you to do the split step so you can cover the passing shot better both sides. One more good time when to throw in some surprise elements, some secondary pattern, some serve and volley is when your opponent's return position is really far back. It gives you some extra time to approach the net, to get closer to the net, and it increases the likelihood that your first volley is going to be from high to low, so you can attack your first volley. As I'm serving to the tee, I follow in the direction where I'm going to serve. When I decide to serve out wide, my body weight, my direction is following the direction where my serve went. When you go for the serve and volley tactic, and when you find yourself on this position, and when the return is shorter, but you still don't have enough time, then don't rush and go for the winner. It all depends on your skill level and how much time do you have. But when you feel really rushed, try to stay in the point. Try not to go for the crazy winner or try not to aim for the lines. The risk is too big. A good tactic for the right-handed player is serving out wide, following in and hitting your next volley, your first volley to the open court. Same goes with the ad court. You're going to serve out wide, follow in and hit your next volley to the open court. Now I'm showing the footwork, how you're going to serve and volley. So you start behind the baseline, toss the ball, and you move. Now I'm going to show you the footwork without the ball. So you jump into the court and you'll do a couple of steps and then split forward. 1, 2, and split. Depends how much time do you have. If your opponent is really far behind the baseline, then you have a bit more time. But when your opponent is closer, you have less time. But try to really focus on the couple explosive steps, so you're not jogging into the net. When you decide to go for the serve and volley, try to quickly think through about what's your strengths, what your opponent's weakness is, and the consistency. Those are the main key things as you try to surprise your opponent with the serve and volley. For some reason, when we lose the point at the net, we don't want to get there anymore, but I highly encourage you to approach the net, whether it's the serve and volley or whether it's with the forehand after your serve. Soon I'm planning to play a match and I'm really pumped for it. I plan to do serve and volley a lot. I'm planning to surprise my opponent a lot by do the serve and volley and return and volley a lot. So I'm looking forward to it. Maybe on the next video you're gonna see this match where I'm going to analyze what went good and what went not so good. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.